this PowerPoint is for both transfer and freshman students, so thank you for watching. In this one, we're going to go over general resources on the Davis campus, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so as a bit of an introduction, as an undergraduate student, you'll have access to a ton of resources. Note that those are both on and off campus, including like the Med Center, but I'm mostly going to be going over the on-campus resources. The resources that we give you in the presentation will be both in-person resources and online options, and we will make sure that I will make sure that I denote which ones are online. We will cover commonly used advising websites, health and wellness resources, academic resources, research and internship resources, which is going to be really important for this major, and then peer-reviewed and recommended resources that our current students use and have recommended. So first things first, we're going to go over advising websites. The first one is Canvas, which is hopefully what you are using right now to get to this PowerPoint. And that's canvas.ucdavis.edu. Hopefully you're seeing a pattern of everything at Davis is basically .ucdavis.edu. But Canvas is basically what all of your professors will use to organize all your courses. That's why we use this platform, is to help you get prepared for what your professors are going to use for the rest of your time here. This is the most commonly used website at Davis purely because this is how you access all your courses. Next is Oasis. That's oasis.ucdavis.edu. Here is a great resource that a lot of students don't utilize enough. It's going to have your academic record, unofficial transcripts, advising records, degree worksheets, forms and petitions, which is going to be a big one for when you're in advising. This is what we use to create your academic plans that you go off of. GPA charts and tools and appointment scheduling, which is also going to be another really important one. Next is Schedule Builder, and Schedule Builder is my.ucdavis.edu/schedule builder, and that is where you will basically create all of your class schedules. You can also check prerequisites here, and it'll have links to the course catalog, which will be really important when you're trying to choose your restricted electives. And a couple more to round out our advising websites. The CANES, College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences advising website, that's caes.ucdavis.edu/student/advising. Access here is for access to GE advisors, so general education advisors. And you can also make appointments with dean's office advisors. Health professions advising is next. That's hpa.ucdavis.edu. It's also known, like I said, as HPA. It provides access to advisors for students interested in health professions, so that can be med school, vet school, grad school, etc., etc. And they also have great resources for the GRE, the MCAT, the LSAT studying, interview prep, etc., etc. And then the last one we're going to talk about is My UC Davis. That's my.ucdavis.edu. And this is going to be your central hub for basically all things UC Davis. Links to everything we've mentioned before for resources so far. And this is also where you can get access to My Bill, My Awards, all of that fun stuff. There's a screenshot down here at the bottom where you can kind of see what it'll look like. But it's definitely a great centralized place to keep everything you need. Perfect. So moving on to health and wellness resources. The Student Health and Counseling Services is amazing. Student Health and Wellness Center is where most students go to get medical care. They also have counselors. So that's the Student Health and Wellness Center is on Orchard Boulevard, and it is basically just across the street from the ARC, still on campus. And then the other part of Student Health and Counseling Services is the counseling services, and those are at 219 North Hall. You can either go in person or online to schedule an appointment for both of these, and the goal of both of these resources is to enhance the physical and mental health of students and help them succeed. So I strongly encourage all of you to utilize both of these resources, especially counseling resources. All right, and some more health and wellness resources. The ARC, so the Activities and Recreation Center, this is free access for all students, and this has things like group exercise classes, personal training, series classes, recreational sports. There's a rock wall, basketball courts, pretty much anything you can think of. The ARC has it, and it's free for student use. The Center for Advocacy, Resource, and Education, also called the CARE program. This is an amazing resource. So this provides case managers and resource access for distressed students, and works to help create a community free of sexual and gender-based violence. So there's kind of two parts to that one. Aggie Compass and the Pantry, also a super important resource. Student community space is their goal is basically to find fresh fruits and veggies and pass them on to students. They also provide assistance with registering for CalFresh, which is a really cool program that I encourage all of you to look into, see if you qualify for that. And they also have resources to find stable housing and finances. So if you're having trouble finding housing for the next year, they can definitely help you with that. Couple more resources. So UCPD Safe Rides. I've put the phone number right here. It's 530-754-2677. It's available to anyone 7 days a week from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. on campus to another location on campus, so campus to campus, and then 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. for on-campus pickup to any location in the city of Davis. So say you have a really late class or you're on campus really late for some reason and you need to get home, but you don't feel safe walking, you can just call Safe Rides and they will pick you up and take you for free to wherever you need to go in the city of Davis. Super cool. Student Community Center counselors. The Student Community Center has tons of resources, and there's no way that I could possibly fit them all right here, but I grabbed some of the really important ones. So they have the AB 540 Undocumented Student Center, they have the Cross Cultural Center, the LGBTQIA Plus Resource Center, the URC, so Undergraduate Research Center, the Student Recruitment and Retention Center, Women's Resource, and Research Center. So like I said, those are just a few of the very many centers that are offered there, but I encourage you to go to the SCC and check it out. And last, but certainly not least, of health and wellness resources is going to be our office. So like I said in a couple PowerPoints back, we are located at 150 Hutchison Hall. We have a student pantry of our own in the office. We offer academic advising, a listening ear, peer advice, and a place to decompress and gain a community. Okay, so I'm not going to go through this slide in super depth, but I'm just going to give you kind of an overview. So I threw a bunch of academic resources on here for you all to look at on your own time. Academic assistance and tutoring centers, transfer and reentry centers, student disability center, community resource and retention center, Office of Educational Opportunity Enrichment Services, and Office of Student Support and Judicial Affairs. The last one sounds scary, but I want to emphasize the Office of Student Support on that one. They really are a really great opportunity for students who are maybe struggling or need a support system. I've also attached on this slide is a tutoring map, and these are all of the permanent locations for tutoring throughout the year, and you'll see that they're all listed. Storer Hall is the central hub for organic chemistry, South Hall is all the AATC tutoring, so for economics, statistics, physics. Look through this and learn it. We also have copies in the office posted all over, so if you need to look at that further, just feel free to come on by. All right, so research and internship resources. The reason we focus so much on this is because we do have a practicum project that is a part of our major, which has its own slideshow, so don't panic. But these resources listed are really great to help you find your practicum research or your mentor. So that's why we include these, so for you to reference later. But we really love the URC, the Undergraduate Research Center. They have a whole portal for helping students locate research opportunities. They host an undergraduate research conference every year. Tons of our students participate. It's an amazing, amazing conference. Even in your first or second year, even if you're not doing research yet, I strongly recommend just going and looking at all the amazing research that students at UC Davis are doing. They have award and scholarship opportunities, fellowships. They will facilitate research for undergraduates on all levels, so even if you're a freshman. And they also offer advising info sessions and help with getting funding, which is super cool. On that same vein, we also have the Internship and Career Center, or the ICC. This is a great place to get ready to put yourself out there through the URC. They do resume and cover letter workshops, one-on-one advising to help you prep for interviews and job interviews. And they also help students find jobs and internships. So an internship could possibly lead to a practicum project, or if you just need experience. They also offer career planning, which is very valuable. And they work with all populations of students. So even if you haven't started research, even if you're not sure what you want to do, they have a counselor for you. And our last page of research and internship resources, just a couple other that are listed. You can just Google these and they will come up first thing. Handshake is where you're going to find a lot of job and internship availabilities online, and they have a portal where you log on and you can keep store all of your like resumes and all of that, and then you can just apply for them directly through Handshake. The Medical Center and Research or Health Related Internships, or HRIs. Associated Students, University of California, Davis, that's ASUCD. Student-run clinics are also fantastic. There are a bunch of them, so keep on a lookout for those. UC Davis Washington program, UCDC. They do a lot of policy work, so if policy is something you're interested in, I would encourage you to look into the UCDC program, and then study abroad internships. Okay, in this last slide, I pulled both your peer advisors and a bunch of students, and I got basically the top 5 recommended resources from current students. So Shield Library was always the first one. They said it's a great quiet place to study, especially the third and fourth floor areas, which are silent study. And then the basement, so the first and second floors are all group study areas. Number 2 was the Women's Resource Center. They promote gender equity and social justice, and they offer educational programs and workshops. Number 3 was the Health Education and Promotion Center. They have drop-ins for all students to help achieve wellness through education and health promotion. I think they also offer advising. Next was the Center for Leadership Learning. So they have workshops, certificate programs, events, a bunch of stuff if you're looking to be a leader in your community. And then lastly was the Memorial Union. So they have study spaces, lost and found, a game area, a student pantry, the Veteran Success Center, the coffee house, Amazon lockers, campus store, student disability drop-in center, Aggie card office, lactation room, legal services, and that does not even cover half of the things that are in the MU. So I highly recommend either Googling it or dropping by when you get here and just kind of exploring all the things that the MU has to offer. But these were the top 5 peer recommended resources. All right, and your bonus resource, which we've talked about a couple times, but I really do want to stress, is the Global Disease Biology Academic Advising Office. Like I said, we're located in 150 Hutchison Hall. Our drop-in hours are 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Peer advisor hours will be sent out to you at the beginning of each quarter so that you know when you can come in and do drop-in for peer advising. We haven't really given you a comprehensive list yet of the things that we do, but we do academic advising, scheduling help, student pantry, listening ears, student experiences, example practicums. We help you determine your restricted electives. We do academic difficulty counseling. We do practicum project assistance, and we also help fill out internship forms. We would absolutely love it if we could see each of your beautiful faces at least once per quarter. It helps us help you stay on track and make sure that you're not missing anything. Okay, that's actually the end of this PowerPoint. So I will go ahead and have you all look at the Wellness Resource Guide attached to this module and go ahead and fill out the General Resource Quiz. Remember, you have to get 100% to move on. And then I'm going to have you guys move on to Module 4, which is all about pastimes. Great, thank you so much.